All right, man. Worst drivers in Georgia. So you know, I stay in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So we finna something be crazy right here, man.
Bam dash
Um,
cam, we've shown you
we
over
we
a
finna get straight
thousand
to it
dash
though. I don't want to
for
spoil
people
it.
to be more aware of
I
traffic
probably would know some of these cities, some of
signals.
these states. I mean, some of these cities, some of these towns.
Jeffrey
You know.
watched a red Mustang sideswipe a white Nissan Leaf, starting a chain reaction that would ultimately involve Jeffrey's Ram 2500 as well.
Damn. Oh, jump. It's always Mustang drivers, man. I don't. Mustang drivers can't drive, right? Yeah, that's why I don't like Mustang drivers, man. Oh, that went from all the way over there to over here.
Whatever you do.
Like, imagine you just minding your business and all of a sudden you just get hit. Like, it's not crazy,
Jeffrey
bro.
told us that every southbound lane of the highway was shut down by first responders until the wreckage could be cleaned up. Thankfully, nobody was seriously injured in the collision.
Mustang tripping, boy.
Gabriel watched a driver in Georgia shoot the gap, and their two vehicles came
I don't know what
within
this
inches
is.
of
I don't know what this
colliding.
is. Oh, jump.
We don't know why
Like, if bro, you know, like, if you gonna do this, like, stay right here. Like, stay right here. See what's going on this way on this lane. Then pull out. Don't just pull straight out. You never know what can be coming right here. Like, it's common driving skills. Like, what are you doing?
Try this. If you can't see who's coming, wait
Stay. You know what I'm saying? Stay right here. He supposed to stay right here. Seeing a car coming, let him pass. If it's a car behind him, let him pass. If it's not, just pull out behind him.
until you can.
Like,
Shooting
what is he
blindly into
doing?
the street is never safe.
Stupid.
Steven was headed down a highway express lane when he watched a car lose a wheel, which bounced across
Oh
the
yeah,
highway
I know this highway.
and nearly
Yeah, I've been on
struck
this
his
highway.
Ford Focus.
Oh shit. Oh.
Thankfully, Steven avoided colliding with the tire before swerving around it, and he told us nobody was immediately behind him. He didn't stop, but he
That's
told
crazy.
us the car
How
that
did the
lost
car?
the tire
How
was
did the car
able to
lose a
safely
tire?
pull over.
That's crazy. They love nothing but one tight.
This submitter was on his way to
This
watch a
happened in
game with
Atlanta.
friends when he suddenly noticed a silver SUV flying up behind him.
Oh shit. What is going on?
The SUV driver lost control on the wet road surface, barely avoiding a collision with the guardrail before straightening back out and continuing to speed down the highway. Our
Yeah, he needed to be
says,
pulled
"Get
over.
some good tires, people." I'm not sure if the tires were the issue here, or if this close call was
It do be the tires sometimes. People don't have like all weather tires. You gotta have all weather tires for you to be good.
caused by excessive speed.
For you to be good in every weather.
Jared was taking his girlfriend
Marietta,
to work
Georgia.
when traffic suddenly slowed down. He'd left himself plenty of room to slow down, but the driver behind him hadn't. Watch what happened when he suddenly changed lanes.
Ooh.
The driver of the Hyundai didn't realize a semi was driving in the neighboring lane and clipped the front of it, sending them
Like,
into
how
a
did you
spin.
not see that? It was right
Thankfully,
there.
they managed to regain control and pull over to the shoulder. Jared
Like,
continued
what?
so his girlfriend Selena wouldn't be late for work, but he sent along a shout out for her after telling her for months that it would only be a matter of time before he had a video to send us. Robin watched the driver of
Savannah,
a
Georgia.
black Ford pull out in front of a work truck, forcing the driver to slam on the brakes.
There's no way, bro.
What are you doing?
Robin told us the lady
Like, did you just not see him? Like, what are you doing? Like, there's no way,
driving the
bro.
Ford
In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I feel like if you're over the age of 70, if you're over the age of like 70, you should not be driving no more cars, no more in your life. You should be getting took in where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? By that, you already on your way. You feel me up out of here. So you might well go ahead, stop driving. Don't need, your vision getting blurry. You know what I'm saying? Things don't work as they should when you was younger. So I feel like you shouldn't be driving anymore after you turn 70. After you turn 70, turn your keys in. You feel me? Now you got a personal person that can take you here and here and this. Yeah.
floored it and kept going, leaving the driver of the work truck to collect himself before they both continued.
Hey, my name
Here
that,
comes
boy.
another red light runner
Peachtree
about to
City.
learn an expensive lesson.
What happened? It just ran the light.
Jeff watched a hatchback fly through a red light and get clipped by an oncoming Subaru before sliding sideways and hitting a Jeep facing the other way. Jeff told us police and firefighters responded. Thankfully, there were no injuries. Jeff also said he bought his dashcam right after we started the Wham Bam Dashcam channel. If you need a dashcam, check the link in the description for the brand our team uses in our own cars.
You're just crazy, bro.
Zach watched a silver SUV make
Most
a legal
Georgia
right
ain't
on
have
red
been
up
them.
at the intersection ahead, but then the driver of a utility truck pulling a trailer also made a right on red without stopping or waiting for traffic to clear. Zach slammed on his brakes and narrowly avoided colliding with the trailer. Remember what we said last week? It's not the responsibility of other drivers to make room for you. Don't force others to slow down or stop.
I'm saying you might as well stop yourself.
Fox was driving his Ford Fusion when he watched
Well, I'm in Georgia. It's where I stay, bro. That's crazy.
Another driver run a stop sign right in front of a sheriff's deputy. I bet you can guess what happened next. Another driver run a stop sign right in front of a sheriff's deputy. I bet you can guess what happened next.
I mean, you don't really see them as like motorcycle police in Columbus like that, but this is a rare occasion.
Party lights, instant justice, you get the drill. We're guessing that driver, on the other hand, got a ticket. Whoopsie.
Yep. Don't fuck around, Georgia.
The trucker who sent us this video was waiting for a green light before turning because he had a heavy load and couldn't accelerate very quickly. It seems that another trucker couldn't wait and decided to cut in front of him. Hey! The other truck's
he gonna keep on.
Submitter's Freightliner, removing a headlight and part of the front bumper. The other truck sustained a deflated tire, and both drivers immediately pulled over. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and the two truckers were able to laugh it off with no hard feelings after settling the issue with the police and their insurance providers. Maharshi and three of his cousins were headed to his sister's house for dinner when they suddenly watched another driver lose control and come spinning down the road directly toward them.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, Bob, you scared. I'm like, oh, he slightly dodged that bit, boy.
Maharshi's cousin Smit dodged the spinning car, whose driver was evidently running from the cops after shutting down a nearby intersection by doing donuts. Incredibly, nobody was hit by the out-of-control sedan.
At least he had good awareness to pull over to the left side, bro. Thank you.
Maharshi said that investing in a dashcam is worth it. You never know when you'll need it, and you'll never regret having one. Roy was driving north down a Georgia highway when he watched a Tesla get sideswiped by a Nissan pickup truck. Along with both involved drivers, Roy pulled over on the shoulder. He quickly gave his contact info to the Tesla driver and asked them to reach out for the footage before leaving to get to an appointment on time. The Tesla driver never did contact him, but maybe his own Tesla cam footage was sufficient to prove what had happened. Roy told us the side view mirror had been...
Cause you know Tesla, they got cameras on every angle of the car, so you straight, so you good. Tesla, you ain't gotta worry about that.
And there was damage to the right side. Andrew was headed to his store when he approached a roundabout notorious for collisions and close calls. As he approached it, he was surprised that it seemed to be empty, but it wouldn't be for long.
Hey, I mean, at least they didn't hit, though.
Lane that bypasses the roundabout to turn right, but instead she started driving.
She tried to go across. Oh, she did it wrong.
To go into the roundabout, nearly hitting
Andrew.
She
did it
didn't
wrong.
stop until Andrew blared the horn, and he told us she looked at him as if he had done something wrong. Personally, I think that's the worst part.
That'd be crazy, bro. Like.
She
how you gonna look at me?
It's your fault. What she was doing was completely safe and legal. Andrew turned into a parking lot before
all right, bro.
Who seemed to be a bit confused about the rules of the road.
He must be from like another across the water or something. He's tripping.
After turning into the oncoming lane by mistake, the other driver hit the juice pedal and moved into the correct lane. Thankfully, they were far enough away from any oncoming traffic.
Well, what? He better be lucky, boy. He's tripping.
Dito was headed to Kroger for some fruit. As he turned through a gap in traffic, he was surprised when a driver coming down a turn-only lane crossed solid white lines to continue straight and run into Dito's Lexus. You can't really see it in the dashcam video, so here's a better view of the road markings the other driver ignored. Cops responded and cited the other driver, but Dito is still waiting for his insurance provider to get back to him.
Hey, man.
Noah was driving his F3.
And the bad part about this is when like something like that happened, if the other person don't have insurance, you gotta pay for everything, boy. And that's
to work
crazy.
When an SUV came barreling down the road, crossing well into Noah's lane.
God damn, that boy speeding around that. That boy speeding around that corner, boy.
Noah estimates his own speed at 40 miles per hour
That boy
and the
speeding.
other drivers at over 60. He said the SUV left skid marks when the driver slammed on the brakes to avoid a collision, and they were still there when he went home from work. Noah told us he loves our videos, but he'd hoped never to be making a submission. At least it was just a close call and not an accident.
Yeah, he better be lucky for that, boy.
Luke was driving home from work
Oh,
when he noticed another driver on her phone as
I've
she
been there
drove
before.
past him in the other lane. A little further down the road, a truck was broken down, partially blocking the lane.
Yeah.
Somehow, the other driver failed to notice the truck's flashing lights until it was too late to avoid a collision. Even though she hit the brakes, the SUV slid into the back of the pickup. Luke stopped.
Like, how do you hit that? It's right there, flashing like it's dark outside. How do you not see that, John?
911. Amazingly,
Must have been on your
even
phone.
though the SUV driver admitted to being on her phone, the police gave the pickup driver a ticket for impeding traffic. Luke gave him a copy of his dashcam video so
What? But you know how mad I'd be, bro. I'm like, but that bitch was on her phone, man. What you mean? Man, I'm sorry, man. You was in the way of traffic. That's why she, man.
could find
I've
it
been
in
so
court.
mad. Boy.
Thankfully, the
Bro.
pickup only sustained minor.
All right, bro.
In his impatience, he made what he admits was a stupid decision to use the center turn lane to reach his upcoming left turn lane. Without warning, a minivan emerged from between other cars.
Yeah, I mean that was. I feel like that was this person's fault. Like the anonymous whoever this is, that was his fault. He supposed to wait, bro. Ain't be doing that, man.
Head on. Both drivers skidded to a stop before the minivan driver continued, waving apologetically. Our submitter told us he was only a teenager back then, and his driving has improved a lot since then. He hopes this video will teach others to be patient while driving and not to make unsafe turns across traffic. Austin was headed to the mall with his friends Dallas and Leo. When their protected left turn arrow turned green, an oncoming driver ran their red light and cut in front of Austin. Austin slammed the brakes and honked while the other driver kept on going. Amazingly, if we freeze the footage, we can confirm what Austin told us he saw. The other driver was holding her phone when she ran the red light. I could be wrong, but it also looks like there's a baby carrier in the back seat. I wonder if she's on her way to the annual Parenting Awards show.
That was my joke, buddy.
Victor was driving his Toyota Tundra, following his mom's Honda CR-V
Gwinnett
loaded
County.
with relatives. As the intersection ahead of them cleared, they finally had an opportunity to turn just as the light turned yellow. Before the other light turned green, a driver on the right hit the gas before plowing into the side of the CR-V. Victor told us the driver denied.
I mean, this light was red though. What is she doing?
Run a red light, but she also wouldn't call the cops as she didn't have a license. Victor called them instead, then waited for them as the driver's male friend.
She got a license. She gonna call the police.
Arrived. Victor let the cops talk to them first, and he told us the driver started looking at the sky when asked for her license. Now it was Victor's turn.
Looking at the sky.
He had dashcam footage and would be repaired by Honda. Virginia was driving along in her Ford Bronco when the driver of a Mazda in a left turn lane changed his mind and suddenly cut back into the straight lanes. Thankfully, Virginia
Probably
was able
tripping,
to
boy.
swerve and brake while honking, avoiding a collision with the meandering Mazda. Was getting ready to turn left to get onto a Georgia highway when the Dodge Camaro in front of her began rolling backward. Even though she honked, the driver didn't get their foot on the brake in time. Sorry, did I say Dodge Camaro? Obviously I meant Chevy Mustang.
Yeah,
No,
he don't
I
know what he's talking about.
It matters since they're both basically just a reskin of the Ford Charger. Anyway, there wasn't any damage to either vehicle, so both drivers continued on their way. I must admit, it's refreshing to see the full skill of manual transmission drivers on display. Sean's stepdad was test driving Sean's mom's Jeep Cherokee while trying to diagnose a transmission problem. Without warning, an oncoming driver crossed double yellow lines and veered into his lane. Thankfully, he was able to swerve to the shoulder and avoid a head-on collision. Sean asked us
what do people be got going on?
when he watched a dump truck cut across multiple lanes to avoid.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This might be the most, if you know Atlanta, Georgia, this might be the most confusing lanes ever, bro. If you ain't in these two lanes right here, and you really gotta go over there, it's over with, bro. Or if you over here, you really gotta go over here, it's over with. You gotta be already in this lane for about a good little mile or two. You feel me? So yeah. I'm already knowing what's going on.
When he watched a dump truck cut across multiple lanes
I already
to
know.
avoid taking a highway exit. Suddenly, a semi-driver began merging onto the road from the shoulder, but watch what happened next. Jared merged left to go around the speed-moving semi, but the trucker continued across his lane, forcing him to a stop as the truck crossed the gore point to get back on the highway. Jared told us
I was on the wrong one.
Rear-ended as well.
I don't know, bro. It's just Georgia right here, man. Y'all know how this is. Georgia people can't drive. Y'all know, especially in Atlanta, boy. Hope y'all boys be safe, man. See y'all tomorrow, bro.